Our family had known Julia since she was a baby. She's 25 and about to get married next month. I am not particularly close to her, but my sister is best friends with her older sister. My mom, who is also friends with her mom, but not BFFs, received a save the date in May 2025 for a July 2025 wedding addressed solely to her. For reference, my mom is old school, and doesn't bother with technology, text messages, nor the internet. All of her friends know this. The save the date had a link to the not wedding where there's info on the bridal shower, which was TBD when she received it in May, and I went on the link attached to the save the date. I didn't pay more attention to it because I didn't receive an invite. Only my mom and sister did separately, which is fine. BC, I'm not close to Julia, as I'm easily 15 years older. Yesterday, while I'm out with my mom at a church event she invited me to, her phone keeps on beeping and I asked to see it and noticed Julia's mom had texted her at 8 a.m. that day saying, "Julia's bridal shower is today. I hope to see you here." It's 7 p.m. when we see this. Suffice to say, she didn't make it. Once home, I ask mom if she's gotten an invite for the wedding, which she has, and shows it to me. I go to the Knot website and see that the bridal shower info was updated to the following message: "Ladies, if you want to come to the bridal shower, it will be on ____ date at X time. Julia is registered at XYZ." That's it. I asked my mom if she had received a separate bridal shower invite. She says no. Well, too bad. She missed it. She still plans on going to the church service and told Julia and her mom this as she sees them in church. She said she was verbally confirming to them in person since she's not good with technology and would only be attending the church service, nothing else. Fast forward to Sunday, I'm having lunch with my mom and dad, and we get a call from my sister asking why we weren't at the bridal shower. Mind you, she was at the shower but didn't even bother to call my mom and ask her where she was. Mom says I didn't see the message until 7 p.m. and it ends there, or so we thought. 10 minutes later, she gets a call from Julia who asks where we're at. My mom tells her we're having lunch at X place and just ordered, thinking nothing of it. This psycho shows up to the restaurant with her mom in tow and starts yelling at my mom for not showing up at the bridal shower. Please keep in mind my sister is not in the wedding party. We're not blood related, and neither is my mom her aunt, godmother, or mother of the groom. She goes on and on about how the shower was ruined, as she expected us both to show up with gifts. Excuse me? Dad asks them both to leave as this is getting ridiculous. They both keep going. My mom is looking like WTF deer in the headlights, confused and embarrassed by how she's making a scene. At this point, I stand up and ask her to leave. She insists on making a scene, and I tell her that as far as I'm concerned, proper wedding etiquette is to send a separate invite for the bridal shower and not to expect guests to constantly be checking her website for wedding updates. Her wedding is not newsworthy to the rest of us, which clearly upsets her more. Her mom during this interaction is dead silent, just standing behind her. I tell Julia that for formal events, you send out proper invitations and confirm with guests by calling them to confirm their attendance, not by text message on the day of the actual event or via internet links. And if her focus of why we didn't attend was solely based on monetary gifts, BC, that's all the registry had, gift cards or cash gifts, then maybe she should get a second job. In any case, her behavior was enough for my mom to finally stand up and tell her she would not be attending the wedding of such a poorly behaved young woman who clearly was going through some problems, where she found my mom to be an emotional punching bag. This crazy Bridezilla was not having it. She threw a cup of hot coffee at my mom in a hissy fit. Before I could slap this bitch, there happened to be a cop with his partner picking up food who happened to witness the whole spectacle. They quickly rushed over and charged her with battery. And yes, my mom did agree to press charges. The coffee thankfully was not hot, but the damage was done. The kicker? My sister calls us later, visibly upset and crying, saying that Julia's mom had called her and was sad to let her know she was no longer invited because my mom was having a bad day and chose to be rude to Julia. When we told her what actually happened, she was livid. The ultimate kicker here is that the day after her religious wedding, on Wednesday, BC, she's trying to save $. She is traveling out of the country for a second wedding abroad. Am I petty enough to motion the court to change the date of appearance to her actual wedding date, or the day she's to fly out, or ask the judge to confiscate her passport, BC? It could be a flight risk. Maybe. The point being, send a GD separate bridal shower invite and don't go batshit crazy if people who didn't RSVP nor knew they were invited in the first place don't show up. And yeah, don't throw coffee at anyone, you psycho.